Hi YouTube. Hello Twitch, hello Mixer. We're just waiting for the Facebook posse to join us for the Monday Run Club. We're going to start in a few seconds. Facebook will join us a minute later or so. Get jogging. We're going to start in 40 seconds. Tonight I'm running in Group C. Hello, by the way, I'm Stephen. This is the Monday Run Club. Two groups, Groups A and Group B, and Group C and Group D, all running together. So Group A and Group B run together, Group C and Group D run together. So it's effectively two groups. And when Facebook joins us, I'll explain a bit more about what's going on. But in the meantime, let's get running. 3, 2, 1, Monday Run Club is go. So hello, welcome to Facebook. We've been on YouTube and Twitch and whatever for a couple of minutes. Hello Facebook, how are you? This is the Monday Run Club on Zwift Run, welcome along. We're running round Zwift's Watopia today, and because I ran a marathon yesterday in Paris, I'm taking it easy with Group C tonight. I do not want to stretch my legs too much, so Group A is way out of my league today. To be honest, Group A is way out of my league most of the time. So we'll stick with Group C. Group D and Group C tonight have joined forces. So it's just one Group C. And we're doing 6 kilometers today. And it's a progressive run. So that means that we gradually speed up throughout the run, but the little twist is that we gradually speed up for 3 kilometers and then we drop back down and we gradually speed up again to the 6th kilometer. So we're starting out at 9 kilometers an hour, and then when we get to 1k we'll go up to 9.5 kilometers an hour, 2k up to 10 kilometers an hour, and at 3k we drop back down to 9. Simon is leading us today. Simon Motter said he's the guy with the big yellow beacon over his head. So we just stick with him and he tells us what to do. Quite a nice bunch of us tonight. I am looking at Facebook chat, so if you do want to have a chat with me, if you want to say hi, ask me any questions, Zwift related or running related. I mean, you know, I am an oracle of all things, so ask me anything you like. But not recipes though. I'm not good on recipes, if I'm honest. So half a kilometre done, so another 500 metres at this pace, and then we'll up the pace a little bit. Stephen Scanlon says hi. Hello there, Stephen. How you doing? Hen says she has stage 3 of the tour of Watopia in 30 minutes, so she's not going to be hanging around too long. Needs to get prepared for that. Simon Mottershead's just saying it's a big Group C tonight. Great stuff. So you can see all the group leaders' messages come smack bang in the centre of the screen, so you can see them. Good Scottish contingent tonight. I can see is it 4 Scottish flags? Great. We've got the USA. Oh, my flag's too small. Sweden, is that? I mean, my screen is too small. I keep splitting my screen these days, so it makes my Zwift screen really tiny. I can't make out any names. I'll have to do something about that. So there's the big yellow beacon pointing down at Simon. This is our favourite course on Zwift, Watopia. Well, it's my favourite. Other people will like London and other people will like Richmond. But I think if you would ask the majority of Zwift runners and or riders, I think you'll find most of them like this island, this imaginary island that we're on. John Haywood says hi. Hello, John. He says he's just done 15k on Zwift today. Brilliant. You could have done an extra kilometre to make it 10 miles. I mean, really, John. No, brilliant. Excellent work. 15k. Listen, 15k on a treadmill, you know, if you didn't have Zwift, it'd be mighty boring, wouldn't it, for an hour and a half? And there's a bit of group rivalry going on. Karen, who does lead a lot of the groups, Karen says Group C and D runners are the best. I'm saying nothing, because if I agree with you, I'll get kicked out of the A and B lot, and I have to lead the B group sometimes. That's a nice shot, very close to somebody's head. So if you've not met me before, I'm Stephen. I run a YouTube channel called Film My Run. You can see that logo in the corner there. And I make videos. Yesterday I ran the Paris Marathon. And I spent last night editing my video of the Paris Marathon. So if you go onto YouTube and search for Film My Run, you have a look at my latest marathon, which is yesterday's Paris Marathon. And the week before that, I ran 100 miles across from coast to coast down in Devon in the UK here. Beautiful part of the world. Took me 33 hours, for goodness sake. But there's a video of that as well, so if you want to go and have a look, check those out. Hopefully give you a bit of real world inspiration. But this is where a lot of my training is done. I'm in my shed in the back garden and I run on Zwift. And I run on Zwift because it makes me... Oh, I'm supposed to be going faster. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. There we are, look. 9.5. I run on Zwift because it makes me enjoy my running on the treadmill more. So when I get on the treadmill, I can immerse myself in another world and I can chat to people and run with people who I know who might live thousands of miles away. And that is a fantastic thing. So not only do I have a real life running club here in the UK where I live, but I've got a virtual running club and they're always there. So we're at 9.5 kilometers now. I missed the instruction to concentrating too much on chatting. as is always the case with me. And a couple of Facebook messages I've missed out on, so let me just check those. Ken says, didn't you just run a marathon? Yeah, I did. This is a recovery run, Ken. I'm all right. My legs aren't too bad, actually. I was pacing my wife, so I wasn't going as fast as I would normally go. So as marathons go, I had a relatively easy run yesterday. So recovery run today, just to ease the legs back in. Nick Dumbleton says he's being talked into doing a marathon by is it by your daughters? By the girls, whoever the girls are. And says he's scared stiff because he's only done a half marathon before. Well, honestly, literally, you're halfway there. If you've done a half, you can do a full. Just a few more extra miles in your training, and you'll be all right. Just add a few more extra miles to your long run on a Sunday. Jeff Timpson says he's a total newbie runner, and he's having trouble even keeping up with the D group at the moment. Okay, he's been cycling, so Jeff says he's been cycling for some time on Zwift, and he's asking, as a new runner, would he concentrate on building speed or distance? It's a very good question, and I can't truly answer it for you, but it depends what you're aiming for. So I guess I would do both at the same time, not concentrate on one or the other. If you're a total novice, a total newcomer to the world of running, just get out and run. It doesn't matter how far you go or how fast you go. What probably matters is time. So maybe go and run for 10 minutes, or go and run for half an hour. And you don't even have to run all the time. You can do a run-walk strategy. Those Couch to 5K apps that you can get, or training programs you get, are very good. But at the end of the day, I mean, you could go to your local park. If you're in the UK, I don't know if you're in the UK, Jeff, but if you are, go to your local park run. And don't be worried, there will always be somebody slower than you. Just do a run-walk strategy, and it might take you 45 minutes to an hour, but just run for a little bit, run for a minute, and then walk for 30 seconds. Run for a minute more and walk for 30 seconds, and eventually you'll start building up your duration that you can run for. Until eventually you might be able to run for a whole 10 minutes, a whole 15 minutes without stopping, and then have a little walk, and then run again. But I don't think you need to worry too much about building distance or speed. Just get out and run. And the more you run, the more that will come. So eventually, if you keep going to parkrun, or if you keep doing, a once or twice a week session, you will eventually build up some stamina. Don't do it too fast though, don't do too much too soon or you'll get injured. So now we're going up to 10 kilometers an hour at 2k. So we're at 2k now, and we increase the speed again to 10 kilometers an hour. So this is the fastest we're going to go, and then when we get to 3 kilometers, we drop back down again to 9 kilometers an hour, and build up slowly again to 6k where we finish. Okay, so Nick is the chap with the girls. Apparently one is a friend and one is his wife. Nick's saying, is there a training program that I would recommend? Yes, to a point. If you want an actual training program, go on the ASICS website. ASICS. They make running shoes and running apparel. Go on their website and they do have a build your own or a ready-made marathon training plans. However, I can give you the sage advice that I have, which is 4 to 5 runs. If you're gonna actually do like 3 or 4 months worth of training leading up to a marathon, 4 to 5 runs a week. One run must be a long run. Most people do that on a Sunday. Your long run is on a Sunday. Now your long run can be anything from 5 miles to 20 odd miles. And it will increase the nearer you get to your marathon. So you might start out with your long run being 6 or 7 miles, but by 4 weeks before your marathon, your long run needs to be 20 miles. So you're going to build up your long run every week or every couple of weeks. Sometimes you can build it up and then drop it back down again for 1 week and then build it up again. But that long run needs to increase, and eventually, about 3 or 4 weeks out of your marathon, you need to do a 20 miler or even a 22 miler. So that's one long run a week, 1 speed session a week. This could be an interval session where you run hard for 1 minute and then you rest for a minute. You run hard for a minute and then you rest for a minute. Or you could run between lampposts. So run fast between these lampposts, walk between the next set of lampposts, run fast again. So an interval session, a speed interval session. Another session is a tempo session. So I don't know if you know about heart rate, working to heart rate. You can see up the top left of the screen, of the Zwift screen, my heart rate is 134. So that's zone 3. And that means I'm working relatively hard, but not too hard really. Now, if I was to move up to zone, actually that's zone 2. If I was to move up to zone 3, I'd be working a bit harder. Zone 4, harder still. Zone 5, which is the red zone, very hard. So you want to do 1 run a week, which puts your heart rate in the orange zone, number 4, and keeps it there for a good half an hour. So you're running maybe 5 miles at a good, solid, hard tempo. It's not sprinting. You're not actually breaking the bank, but you're running so it's difficult to talk. You're concentrating, you're breathing hard, and your heart rate is in that zone 4. So you need to do 1 of those runs a week. I always like to throw in a hill session as well. So choose a hill, doesn't have to be very long. Run up it 8 times. So hard effort up and recover on the downhill. Hard effort up again and recover on the downhill. That's 4 sessions: long run, speed interval session, hill session, tempo run. And if you want to stick another one in there, you can do a park run on a Saturday and then make another day a rest day, or a couple of rest days. Those are my kind of sessions that I would recommend you do during the week. It can seem a lot and you don't have to do all of them. Maybe, don't do the hill session or whatever. Wow, Jeff says he's in the USA, so in the UAE, so it's getting a bit hot where he is. Alexander says it's good to see me running again. Well, Alex, I have been running, it's just I haven't been running on Zwift because I've had to take a few days away to go and run in other parts of the country and other parts of the world. So yesterday I was in Paris. Well, today I was in Paris, but yesterday doing a marathon in Paris. And the week before that, I was down in Devon in the UK doing a long ultra. So I've had a few days away where I've been running in the real world, getting actual mud on my feet. But it's good to be back on Zwift. It's good to be back with the Monday Run Club, and we are going up now. No, we're going back down to 9 kilometers an hour, so we've dropped back down again now. And gently does it at 9 kilometers an hour for 1 more kilometer. Jeff says ultimately he's looking to do a 10-kilometer race comfortably, well, or a 10-kilometer run comfortably. Yeah, that's a great thing to aim for. 10k, if you can do 10k in an hour, then that's great, and then try and keep knocking minutes off each run you do. You know, try and knock a few minutes off that. Maybe not every run, you know, have a relaxed run sometimes. Now I seem to be a little bit behind the main group, don't I? But I have been sticking to pace. So I'm using the MyRun treadmill, and the MyRun treadmill is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's the nearest thing I've found to running in the real world, unless you're on a treadmill at the gym. But of all the home treadmills I've had that I've used, this is far and away the best, and it should be really because of the price of it. I'm only borrowing it for a couple of months, but I think it retails at around 3,200, something like that. Beautiful treadmill, and it's linked directly to Zwift via Bluetooth on my phone. So I'm not actually using a foot pod, although I'm wearing my foot pods just in case I have a disaster with the treadmill connection, so I can immediately change to a foot pod. I'm not actually using a foot pod at the moment. So we're over halfway through Monday Run Club now, because we're doing 6 kilometers in Group C. Group A have gone off and they're way ahead. I think they're doing 8 to 10 kilometers tonight, which is their normal thing. But Group C here, a lot of people in Group C. If you look at that list on the right hand side there, everyone is a Group C runner. Fantastic turnout, really good. And we're running under the tunnels, in the tunnels under the water in Watopia. Thanks for the ride-ons, everyone. Ken says, regarding my treadmill, he said, it's not going back, come on. Listen, Ken, if I can convince them to let me keep it, I absolutely will. I will try, I promise you, I'll try my hardest to make them let me keep it, because it's so lovely. I saw one at I was at the Paris Marathon Expo on Wednesday or Thursday, and yeah, I saw one of their even more expensive treadmills, which is curved. It has a curved floor and it's kind of slatted. I don't know how much it was. I mean, it looked about 10 grand, and it was delicious. The only issue that I've had with this one is that, and apparently it's a known firmware issue that will be updated soon, is that occasionally it just cuts out for no apparent reason. It will completely stop, and then you just have to press start again, and off it goes again. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, but apparently it's something that can be updated in firmware, and they're doing a fix for it as soon as. So I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it happened just before I came on air tonight. I was warming up and it just stopped. But it seems that when you get into running, you know, when you get into it, it manages all right. It usually is at the start of runs. Gosh, Ken says they do a 20 grand treadmill. Could you, I mean, what? You must just have so much money to justify spending £20,000 on a treadmill. They sell them in Harrods, don't they? I looked, the online, the store in the UK that you buy a Techno Gym My Run is at Harrods. So that says something. So I'm keeping my heart rate nice and low, 126 BPM, zone 2. Haven't even touched zone 3 yet, so that's good, isn't it? Feel relatively comfortable. Legs are a bit tight after yesterday, but not too bad. Okay, so Steve Scanlon is asking more specifically about the treadmill. Okay, the treadmill it's called a Techno Gym My Run. Techno Gym, TECHNOGYM. Techno Gym My Run, MYRUN. And just look that up on Google, you'll find it. No, you don't have to start run. It's not like a foot pod where you need to kind of wake it up. The minute you press start, it goes and it immediately registers on Zwift. Now, you're saying, how accurate is it? Well, I would say it's pretty darn accurate. When I wear my Stride foot pod, they both match up pretty much exactly. The Stride is a bit more variable because it's on my foot, and my foot is a bit more variable. But the belt on the treadmill stays at 9 kilometers an hour, and in fact I should be up 9.5 now. And the Stride would stay at 9 as well. So it's pretty darn accurate. And the thing is, it's much more easy to control your pace. See, all I have to do, say if I wanted to run at 9.4 kilometers an hour, or let's say 9.6, I don't want to slow down. If I want to run at 9.6 kilometers an hour, I just have to press this button, up one, and I'm now at 9.6. Hopefully you can see on the screen, which is a bit small at the moment, but it's just gone up to 9.6. I press it again and it's gone down to 9.5. There's no way that you could do that with a foot pod, really. It's just so much more straightforward. That doesn't mean to say that your foot pod is inaccurate necessarily, but it's just easy. This is easier. Robert's just messaging about training plans, and he said he's had a lot of success using Train as One, the Fuzzy Logic training system. So if you want to go and look that up, Train as One, Fuzzy Logic training system. Yeah, Dave Bristol saying that delay when you want to start running on the treadmill with your Stride, that delay that you get at the beginning when you need to wake the Stride up, that is specific to the Stride. It's not a Zwift issue, it's a Stride issue. So any other foot pods should immediately start working. It's just a funny thing about the Stride. Once it's going, it's great, but it can take 30 seconds of running on the treadmill before it realises it's supposed to be running. Okay, so 4.5 kilometers in. Thank you for E Jones for the ride on. And so in 500 meters, we do the last increase in pace, and we go up to 10 kilometers an hour. If you've been keeping your eyes on the screen, you'll notice that Simon has been regularly messaging to say what he wants us to do next. I suppose I could speed up just to catch up that pack, couldn't I? Shall I do that? Or shall I stick to the rules and just stay at 9.5? If anybody wants to say what I should do, should I speed up and catch the pack, or should I stick to the rules and just keep running at 9.5? I'll leave it to you. I'll just sit here waiting. Oh, Dave says his V800 footpod has the same 30-second delay or so. Interesting. Is that a Polar? The Polar V800? Okay, Robert says catch them up. Okay. Right, let's catch them up. So we're just going to catch up the main pack and run the last kilometre with them. Just to be sociable. Actually, that didn't take as long as I thought it might. There we are. So we'll stay with. I think they're all going just like marginally quick. Well, anyway, we'll stay with Simon now. We're going to go up to 10 kilometers an hour in a minute, in a second or two. There's the main pack. And there we are, there's the message, up to 10 kilometers an hour. And away we go. So 1 kilometer left. Look, that little sprint knocked me up to zone 3 for a couple of minutes. Everyone was saying catch up the pack. Okay. So final 1K with Group C. Been a nice little run actually, nice little recovery from yesterday. Enjoyed that. I'm sure my legs will be a little bit stiff in the morning. Thanks for the ride on. I am falling behind a bit, even though my treadmill's nicely stuck at exactly 10. I reckon everyone's going like marginally, like, you know, a couple of points over. Let's just catch people up again. See, if you are using a footpod, it is much more difficult to get exact pace. Whereas on this thing, it's so easy. So everyone else supposedly is going at 10k an hour. I'm going at 10 and a half. We love you, camera 2. Yeah, Karen says it's a good pace group. Yeah, nicely bunched. Nice group all together there, all working together like you would do in a normal running club environment, all helping each other out. Oh, right, okay, final 600 metres, go, go, go. We can do what we like now, apparently. We can sprint if we want. I'm gonna stick with the main pack. Whoever, all right, somebody's coming up on the rails, look. There they go. I see, it's a sprint for the line, is it? We don't do this, oh, maybe we do this in the A group. I'm just too far behind to even notice. Push for the finish if you want to. Well, we'll just knock it up a little bit. So coming to the end of Monday Run Club, Group C's Monday Run Club. If you do want to join in with Zwift running, go to zwift.com/run and register your interest. Sign up. Running is free on Zwift, so you will not pay anything for the moment because we're in beta stage. We're not official just yet. We're still beta. So do sign up and get some free running in. All you need is a treadmill or access to a treadmill at the gym, and then a foot pod of some description. And there's plenty of information online. So facebook.com/Zwift Runners. Go and have a look at the Zwift Runners group. Search for my Zwift videos online. So if you go to film my run on YouTube and search through my Zwift videos, you'll see a lot of information there about how to connect to Zwift. And if you want to join one of the runs that we regularly organise, Monday Run Club is UK time 7:30 every Monday evening, but there are also times to suit you. I think we've added some more times now. There was 6 AM Eastern time and 8 PM Eastern time. I think there's a couple more time slots now as well. So Monday Run Club across a lot of time zones for you. Wednesday workout, again 7:30 UK time, but also a load of different time zones for you to choose from. If 7:30 UK time does not suit you, there will be a time zone for you. And as you've seen tonight, there's different pace groups. So you've got A, B, C and D. Often there are 4 separate pace groups for you to join. One of those pace groups is likely to fit your speed and the kind of training you want to do. So come and join us on Monday and Wednesday. Join John Hancock on Saturday morning for a run in the park at 9 o'clock. And I often stream a workout session of my own just to show you different workouts on Zwift on a Friday night as well. So look out for that. And that is Monday Run Club done and dusted, guys. We've just finished. So we'll just slow it down. Well done, Group C. Good running. Nice group there. You can see that once you've finished the event, the specialist event, you are then back in on the right hand side all the names of everyone on Zwift. So on the right hand side before it was just the runners in that particular group or in that particular event, and now on the right hand side you can see everyone, cyclists, other runners who are randomly running, as well as the runners who were in your running group. That was it. Good little recovery session for me. I enjoyed that. Thank you for the ride on. A round. Thank you for your comments on Facebook tonight, guys. It's been nice chatting with you. Good sharing some advice and information. If you do ever have any questions about Zwift running or about running in general, training plans, all sorts of things, I'm always there to help, guys. If you want to contact me on Zwift Runners, you can do that on the Zwift Runners Facebook page. Or when we run a session like this, ask me questions. I'm always there to try and help you. I can't promise I'll answer everything, but you know, I've got a bit of experience. I've run plenty of marathons, plenty of ultras. I've had my fair share of time on a treadmill and on the hills and on the roads. So there's maybe one or two things I can impart to you. Do join us Wednesday for Wednesday workout, Friday for my workout at 7:30, Saturday morning for John's Run in the Park, and next Monday Run Club is back, 7:30 UK time. And that is it from this Monday Run Club. Thanks again for all your comments. Robert says nicely done. Karen says that's a nice pace group. Dave says I make it look easy. I don't know about that. And so yeah, thanks guys. So we will see you next time for another Zwift run. You never know, maybe one day I might get on the bike and have a ride. I need to get up that new Alpe de Zwift. I still haven't done that and it's been out over a week, so we'll get that done at some point. Guys, take care. See you next time. Bye bye. Oh, where's my thing gone? Hang on a minute. Now we'll say bye bye. Look, proper goodbye. See you later. Take care. Bye.